Info Plus for genuine information.
Namaste and warm welcome to Info Plus on Himalayan Television. I'm a host Rebecca Shetri, and today we are honored to have with us a distinguished guest who represent a nation rich in culture, resilience and rapid development. Joining us is His Excellency Shafiqur Rahman, the Ambassador of Bangladesh to Nepal.
Info Plus for genuine information.
Your Excellency, Namaste and Assalamu alaikum.
Namaste.
Your Excellency, as Bangladesh is celebrating its 55th Independence Day today, how do you reflect on the journey of Bangladesh and its growing partnership with Nepal over the past 5 decades?
Thank you very much. Bangladesh celebrates today 55th anniversary of its independence, and today is our national day, National and Independence Day. In fact, this is a very important day in our national life, and we can well recall the achievement, of the 55 years journey, as you say. This has been, I think, significant. Bangladesh, from a very nation state, a very poor nation state, has been transformed and has been economically, a very good performing state in the global community. Our GDP is performing well, is around 6%, and our total GDP is 400 plus billion. And in the global community also, Bangladesh is walking tall today as a very contributing member to the world peace and security. So we can say that Bangladesh has progressed significantly in the domestic as well as in the global stage as a nation state during the 55 years.
Nepal and Bangladesh share a warm diplomatic ties since 1974 after the independence of Bangladesh. So how would you identify as the key milestone that have shaped this enduring friendship over the years?
Since time immemorial, Bangladesh and Nepal has been part of a civilizational unit. So our relationship basically goes back to beyond 1972. Anyway, during the liberation war, the government of Nepal and the people of Nepal, extended moral and material support to our freedom fighters, and anyway, basically encouraged us, for the very, fight for liberation. And after this diplomatic relationship established in 1972, Nepal and Bangladesh had a very shared journey towards peace and development and prosperity. And if you ask about the very milestones, then we can say both the countries have signed, during its journey, a trade agreement. And there has been, bilateral trade and business and little investment also. And the people-to-people contact between the two countries are really enormous. So by signing, some agreements, frameworks, and there have been also exchange of high-level visits, political level visits. So through all these mechanisms, basically the two countries in their shared journey, achieved remarkable partnership.
How do you assess the current state of bilateral cooperation in areas such as trade, energy and connectivity, Your Excellency?
We can say there is nothing that we can remain complacent, but we can say that the very bilateral collaboration between Bangladesh and Nepal is on the positive trend. We are moving towards the positive direction. And as regards trade, although there have been big potentials between the two countries, somehow or the other we could not. Both the countries have not been able to harness the full potential. But still there is trade and there is more opportunities. The trade figure, hovers around, around 50 million, you see, but I think both countries can collaborate and we are working hard. So the trade figure can be multiplied, basically. And energy is another, collaborative point that you mentioned. Bangladesh is a very energy hungry nation. For our economy, we need more and more power and energy. And with regard to your renewable energy, there is a big demand in Bangladesh. So under the current, framework, existing framework, Bangladesh is importing only 40 megawatt electricity from Nepal, and this started from the very last part of 2024. But both the government is considering now how to increase this figure from 40 to 60 megawatt. Even if that stands there, the 60 megawatt is still a very, not a very remarkable figure. So Bangladesh will be in demand for more. Okay. You can say 400 megawatt or 1000 megawatt. So we will be looking forward to more and more import from the friendly country Nepal regarding the renewable energy and power supply.
As we know that trade between two countries have potentials, very potentials, and Bangladesh is world famous in so many sectors, so as Nepal. So what steps are being taken to enhance bilateral trade and to reduce existing barriers?
You know that Bangladesh and Nepal are placed, geographically almost connected countries, but they are only distanced by 22 kilometers. So this 22 kilometer, this has made, lots of differences. So both our country are working for the transit and connectivity, how to enhance and engage, through trilateral arrangement, and we are also part of the SAARC and BIMSTEC. So there is there are space and opportunities to work together, through transit and through connectivity, physical connectivity. So the absence of physical connectivity, has made the difference basically. So this is one of the barriers. The other barrier is that there is tariff barrier and there is non-tariff barrier. So the point I mentioned is non-tariff barrier, but the tariff barrier, that both the countries are LDCs. Although they collaborate, in the international and global forum, with regard to the, business, the Bangladesh and Nepal, from both sides, the tariffs, have been, high. Which there are things I think we can work, both sides can work to reduce this tariff to a minimal level. But we are working both sides. We have commerce secretary level meeting framework, so we discuss. But somehow there has been not, big progress in this. But still, both countries are working to all this. To facilitate more business, to facilitate and support more business trade, import and export between the two countries. Just to make a point, from Bangladesh side, our export to globally is around 60 billion, So 50 to 60 billion our export hovers. This varies from this number. But our export to Nepal is around 40 million. So it is less than even 1% or 0.1% of total export. But we have big potentials to send, our products. We have some strengths in pharmaceuticals, in RMG, in leathers, and in jute materials and other things. So Bangladesh is in a very good position to provide all these materials, to affordable cost to Nepal. But somehow or the other, due to tariffs, this becomes, not attractive. On the other hand, from Nepal, you see Nepal's total export globally around 4 to 5 billion. So out of that, you see only 4 to 5 or 6 million that Nepal, exports to Bangladesh. So there must be much more opportunities. So we both sides should work together to address those tariff and non-tariff barriers. Last, I think this is an opportunity to mention here that other than this tariff and non-tariff barriers, there is another, barriers, framework barriers, is that we from Bangladesh can, can facilitate the travel, of our tourists, of our businessmen, of our investors, and we welcome too through our visa policies. But however, there are some, stringent, we can say, still limited. I mean, the government of Nepal is reviewing this. They are trying their level best, but somehow, the country is much more friendly, facilitating the tourist visit, but there is no category of business visa in Nepal's visa policy. So basically, our businessmen cannot come here to Nepal. So this has been a kind of barrier, something, because then. So we say that there is not that much, business happening from Bangladeshi business as a businessman visiting here. For a businessman, in order to have a very business visa, they need to come here as a tourist and then apply for, business visa. And for that, as a condition, they need to put some money, at least $100,000 US, that you are a starter in business. So something. So there are some issues other than this tariff, non-tariff, and other barriers. We both sides should take into account and to facilitate in order to enhance this business, trade, and investment.
So if we can facilitate those issues in coming days, we can do a lot more things together.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Your Excellency, Bangladesh has made a remarkable progress in economic development since a very long time. In what ways do you think Nepal and Bangladesh can cooperate with each other to create mutual economic growth opportunities?
Yeah, this is a very broad-based question. Anyway, Bangladesh economy is pretty big now. Is around exceeding 400 billion, 450 or 60 billion. We have the agriculture sector and the services sector and the industry sector. Bangladesh adopted a export-led, industrialized policy, growth policy. So on the one hand, although our export basket is limited, we don't have many items, the absence of diversification is there, but still we have tried to industrialize the whole economy, the country, on the process, and at the same time service sector is also doing good, and we had a very strong base in agriculture. So this is how from all aspects, so the economy is quite moving, and we have a very big population also, and big economy. That with regard to Nepal and Bangladesh, both sides have kind of complementarities to collaborate. So both are developing countries. Both have development challenges, but we have also economic complementarities which we can collaborate to each other. Suppose in garments sector, so we can provide support to the very sector, because as a developing country or as a least developed country, Nepal has access to exporting RMG, ready-made garments and other things to globally, and Nepal is doing that. But Bangladesh is a very good player in this, especially RMG sector. So it's sometimes often stands second or so after China. So we can provide kind of some kind of training, some kind of facilities, exchange of knowledge, and also technology that could be. And agriculture is another area we can contribute to, we can collaborate to with the government of Nepal, with the the private sector and at the government sector. So in both ways, so we can collaborate. Our agriculture is overperforming, you can say. We have been able to quadruple our growth in agricultural products. So you see rice and wheat and all the products, agro products, So in agro products, Bangladesh is really doing excellent, a kind of miracle. So you have Terai region, you have agricultural areas, and you were also very good. So we can be, I think, there are space and opportunities to exchange knowledge and expertise, technical support and other things to help develop both countries, agricultural sector.
Your Excellency, energy corporations, particularly hydropower, is often discussed between Bangladesh and Nepal. What is the current progress and how promising is this sector for both the nation?
Yeah, as I mentioned, you know that Bangladesh is a energy deficit country. So, I mean, we need more supply of power in order to fuel its economy. Economic size is big, and so this is very important. And at the same time, Nepal is a energy surplus country. You will have tremendous potential for renewable energy. So both could complement each other. Just one thing. And regarding the mode of collaboration, so under the government-to-government collaboration, we are now importing, only 40, megawatt electricity from Nepal. But there is potential for, big export, and there is also too much demand in the, in our demand side. So this is one area. So because this was a very, this is a collaboration area in which Nepal and Bangladesh, cannot act independently, because the two countries are separated by 20 kilometers. So there is third party involvement, So when the, three stakeholders, Bangladesh, Nepal, and the third party stakeholders, when they agree together, you see, and then when we can, provide this, facilitate this very process, then it is possible. But there might be technical some deficit and issues with which both sides need to address. And I see another dimension in the energy collaboration. This dimension is, between business to business collaboration is also possible. Now, what is happening between government to government collaboration? So there are few power plants. You have a number of power plants which are, working, already producing power, which are in a mode of producing power. So you have enormous supply and potentials are high also. So our investors might be interested, if they have the opportunities to invest here with their shareholders, in the power sector. And then the question is only, transmission. This is more challenging, you see. We are looking forward to, but somehow you see that South Asia as a region is least integrated. Something the people of South Asia are looking forward to more and more collaboration, because they were born and brought up in a region. They see there is civilizational unity. We were born to live together, collaborate together, cooperate together, and harness the mutual benefit from this collaboration. But somehow this is happening, but not to the optimum level.
Okay.
So this one area, renewable energy, really could facilitate, much more collaboration between the regional countries.
Your Excellency, people-to-people connections are the foundation of strong diplomatic ties. How are cultural exchange, tourism, and educational cooperation being promoted between Bangladesh and Nepal?
That people-to-people connectivity. Yes, P2P collaboration is a very important area in diplomacy, modern day diplomacy. And you see, there has been enormous engagement between the people, between the two countries. This is the business people, the very common people, the tourist people, the academic people, so all kinds of people. So other than the government also, in addition to the government people, so people in various modes and various means, they are getting connected with each other without border, even. So this is one thing, and as a diplomat, part of our job, part of our diplomatic job, that we facilitate this people-to-people contact. So this has been at a very good pace between Bangladesh and Nepal, and tourists are coming, from Bangladesh to Nepal, and this number is increasing. Recently, I got to know from your tourism department that more than 50,000, it was 55,000 tourists visited Nepal last year. So there has been, we are facilitating this, so the figure can tell us. This is one thing. And out of this, within this tourism sector, there are artists, there are painters, there are cultural, participants, and so they are coming. Actually, we sometimes don't know, but people are engaging themselves. Sometimes there is a painting exhibition in Nepal, so some painters from Bangladesh come and join and participate. So this is how it is happening, and you see that due to the very linguistic similarities between the two countries, so cultural, the mode of eating and habit and the societal structure, everything else, you see, this promotes culture. So cultural collaboration is at a very good point. So there is people-to-people contact and collaboration, there is cultural collaboration, and another aspect you point to regarding education. Yes, Bangladesh has been a very good destination for Nepali students, you see. So far we got to know that some 8,000 plus Nepali doctors were educated. They received their MBBS and higher degrees, postdoctoral degrees also from Bangladesh, as you say, in engineering department, BUET, engineering universities, agricultural universities, and the government of Bangladesh, is providing this sort of facility within some scholarships. That is possible, that is okay. But besides that, we also provide common treatment to Nepali students. The tuition fees are same for Bangladeshi students in a public university. So Nepali students can easily, study there because tuition fee are less. So in agriculture, in engineering, in leather technology, whatever you say, that there has been recently our students, although limited skill, they are coming, some studying in Kathmandu University, in research and collaboration, also in Tribhuvan University. So this is an area we should promote, and we hope that we can work further, to enhance our collaboration.
So, Your Excellency, what we can do to promote those things, as you mentioned?
We are already doing, even without, there is, separated kind of collaboration, like signing of the memorandum. I come to know that there are several memorandum between the University of Tribhuvan and the University of Dhaka. So these very university academic people, they are doing that. And there is, big collaboration already happening. Only thing we can do, we can facilitate, At the government level, we provide 22 scholarships for MBBS and dental, students. So we can see how we can expand this collaboration and how can we facilitate this more collaboration. So there are areas, there are means we can to enhance this collaboration.
Your Excellency, how do regional platforms like BIMSTEC and SHARC contribute to strengthening the relationship between Bangladesh and Nepal?
A very important question, you see, that Bangladesh and Nepal are both members of the regional collaboration organization like SHARC and BIMSTEC. So SHARC has been, the regional platform, you see, for the South Asian countries, and Bangladesh has been the proponent of this organization. Our President Shafiqur Rahman in 1980, he first floated the idea that there should be a very regional platform for collaboration of our sub-region, South Asia. And because we were part of a very, civilizational unit, there are lots to do and collaborate and exchange between and among us, and we can profit together from our common collaboration and cooperation. So the SHARC has progressed, but you know that the people of South Asia have not yet been able to maximize their profit, benefits from the processes. This is one thing, but this is once again a challenge for the very region, is that this region is the most unintegrated or least integrated, disintegrated region in the world, you can say. Our trade collaboration, bilateral trade among and between countries is less than 5%. So we are living in a very intensively, populated area, and we are part of a very kind of civilization, but somehow or the other our collaboration leads to not very big or significant outcome. So this is one area we need to think about, that how we can maximize our collaboration and how we can maximize the mutual benefits for the very common people. So SAARC is the process that our leadership in Bangladesh, in Nepal, in other countries, they are all thinking that how to reinvigorate the SAARC process, for further collaboration. This is one issue. And then BIMSTEC, you see that this is another area, and they have their priority on trade, business and energy. This is working good, but somehow the outcome is not that much significant. Still, both SAARC and BIMSTEC are caught in a vortex of mistrust, might be, or what we can say, something not happening, kind of, not to the very optimum level. There are enough opportunities and space to work together for mutual collaboration under these regional two forums, and we have to activate them for the greater benefit of the common people of Nepal, Bangladesh and South Asia as a region.
So I believe we can expect a very good working environment together in coming years.
Yeah, our government is putting premium on that how to revitalize the SAARC process, is thinking, and also BIMSTEC is located in Dhaka, and so how to enhance collaboration through this activation of these two platforms. And of course the government is recently come to power, and they are working, planning on that, and there are other member states. So we hope that the new government in Nepal, the new government in Bangladesh, and also our regional countries, will work together to how to maximize their collaboration within the SAARC process, because we have the institutions. So we have the many mechanisms, institutions, mechanisms, processes, frameworks. So it is now the will of the leadership and the will of the people to activate things. Yeah, we have many things, many arrangement in place, but we have to just revitalize and augment our support and collaboration in the process.
Your Excellency, how does Bangladesh view the leadership of Balendra Shah, the newly appointed Prime Minister of Nepal, and what opportunity do you see for strengthening Bangladesh to Nepal relationship under his government?
Yeah, Right Honorable Prime Minister Balendra Shah, he has been an iconic figure not only in Nepal but also in Bangladesh. So you see the young people, they are keeping vigilant over what is happening in Bangladesh and Nepal and everywhere. So our people are witnessing, a kind of real transformation happening in Nepal. And this is one thing, and our government is also, very prospective and very hopeful about the transformative change that has taken place in Nepal. So Balendra Shah naturally exerts a very big influence in the region, as a young leader with new entrepreneurship and with his visionary leadership. And he has generated, tremendous hope and aspiration among the people, in Nepal, and also a kind of vision for the other people. So this is one thing. The government of Bangladesh, of course, congratulates the formation of the new government under Balendra Shah and his new cabinet. And you see, the government of Bangladesh is also looking forward to working closely because we are hopeful about a very, very much stable government in Nepal. As we know that during the last few decades, so democracy is taking roots and very strongly, and now with his single majority. So we are hopeful that the political kind of understanding and stability will be there, and with his very visionary, ideas and his vision that Bangladesh and Nepal, they will renew, review and rethink about how to maximize collaboration between the two countries. And we hope that the current government of Bangladesh, also triggered by the Gen Z MS uprising. So our Prime Minister, he is the son of Madam Khaleda Zia, who died only in the month of December, and his father was also the president of Bangladesh. So he had insightful knowledge regarding how the government functions, So he has some homework, and he said he has several plans. So when he comes to power, he is also spirited, with a new look, new vision, and new attitude and aptitude, how to change, how to transform Bangladesh. So there are similarities in leadership in both countries. The leadership has been driven by, the kind of, the call for change and transformation. So the collaboration could be more meaningful and productive. I am looking forward to the very productive collaboration between the two governments.
Your Excellency, as I know that it's been 9 months that you took your credentials here in Nepal. Looking ahead, what is a vision for the future of Nepal to Bangladesh relationship in the next decades?
Yeah, I joined in last June as an ambassador. I am experiencing change, I am experiencing development. The people of Nepal are very loyal, they are very forthcoming, they are very welcoming. So the very culture, there are lots of similarities, cultural similarities between Bangladesh and Nepal. So we are in a very feel-good situations in Nepal. And with regard to our, delivery, with regard to our performance as a diplomat, so we see that this is the very right time. This is high time that the stable governments are both in Nepal and Bangladesh. The people's government in both the countries, and both the sagacity and visionary attitude from both sides due to the transformation and change, the new government. So we understand that there is automatic and natural understanding between the two countries leadership. So I hope that we can't. There is enough time gone, so we have to move forward. And we keep in touch with also your embassy in Nepal. So we are planning some activities, planning some course plans, action plans under a kind of roadmap that within these 5 years, from which area we can move towards a destination, which are the areas and at what stages and with what timeline we can reach to our certain goals. So we are planning to work together for a very roadmap for the very mutual collaboration between Nepal and Bangladesh to engage. Meanwhile, I can say that there could have been many things, many development, many progress, many milestones on indicators in our bilateral collaboration, but somehow things have not happened. But I think we can't spend time many more, so we have to work hard, and we have to work towards the common benefit of people and work hand in hand. And your government is very collaborative, we are all very colleagues and friends, so anytime we ask for support, we get it. So they facilitate us, the functioning of the diplomatic mission. So we hope that with our new attitude, with our new aptitude, and with our new vision, and so that both the countries should, work hard and work towards achieving the very common goal of peace and development.
Finally, Your Excellency, how do you see Nepal as country has recently done election and stable government is being placed? Any message you would like to give?
We congratulate the people of Nepal and the government of Nepal, you know, for successfully hosting this, elections, almost fully peacefully, and there has been no violence, almost zero violence, and the election outcome is acceptable to both sides. And also we congratulate people that all the people think in a manner that they have decided for a transformation, for a change. So they have just decided for particular things. Now all the very expectations are high, are best high hopes and aspirations among the common people. So the leadership is to deliver, and there are challenges. Of course, you see that Nepal, with its modest economy, with its modest employment opportunities, with its modest, business and trade, and very wonderful people. Nepali government, I hope, will be able to deliver. To dispense the kind of expectations that they expect from the government. One thing very remarkable is that the choice of your leadership. He has vision. He is strategic so far to our understanding. So we understand that he exactly knows the priorities of the government in the governance sector, in the employment sector, in the trade and businesses sector, so other things. So they have done their homework, and they must be aware about the very expectations from the common people. So we believe that this change for transformation, there was call for change and transformation, and the right people have been chosen, and they will be able to deliver positive dispensation to the Nepali people. And we really hope for the best and wish all the best, and we pray and we wish for your peace and prosperity and stability in Nepal.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for this insightful conversation and for your time. Thank you, dhanyavad and namaste.
Thank you, namaste. Thank you for your time.
Info Plus, for genuine information.
Your Excellency, thank you for joining us and sharing your valuable insights. And thank you to our viewers for watching Info Plus on Himalaya Television. Stay tuned for more. Namaste.
Info Plus, for genuine information.